When we reflect on St. Paul's words to the Romans, he reminds us that it is sin which has caused all creation to fall from grace, and that perfect state that creation was, which was its initial intention. Because of the fall, the world is subject to frustration and bondage to decay, so it can't fulfill its intended purpose. But Paul's words do not leave us hopeless. He tells us that one day that all creation will be liberated and transformed. Until that time, all creation waits in eager expectation for the resurrection of God's children. Paul gives us insight into how to look at the world. Christian realism sees the world as it is. It is physically decaying and spiritually infected with sin, but we don't need to be overly pessimistic about it. The hope of a future glory allows us to look forward to a new heaven and a new earth. We look for a new order that is free of sin, sickness, and evil. But to do that, we must go into the world with Christ, where we are called to heal both body and soul, and fight against the effects of sin in the world with the message of the gospel. St. Paul's words also call us to action. Who is in your life right now that needs the healing and hopeful words of Christ? All of us in this room know somebody who is living in despair and need the hopeful message of the gospel. Do you feel comfortable sharing this message? If not, ask why, and ask for the grace and courage to share the message of Christ. Do your actions reflect your own belief in the hope of a future resurrection? If not, ask why. Sometimes our actions as Christians reflect an attitude of pessimism towards the world. And this passage calls us to Christian realism. Our call today from St. Paul is to live in freedom, which is a gift of God to all of God's children.